Today is one of the most exciting days in the church community. It's Pentecost, and I'm going to have a go at looking at some of the readings. So here's the gist. All people who seek me will find me. That is the gist of the book of the prophet Joel. So throughout history, God befriended specific people at specific times and accomplished specific tasks with them. The prophets, Joel specifically in today's reading, spoke of a time where the Spirit of God would be poured out on everyone. Not through intellectual striving or through strength or effort of any kind. Joel said that God will respond to seeking hearts and put his heart into those hearts and so be light in the darkness. Joel spoke about chaos, darkness, and terror. Why is it this way with so much suffering and pain? Why does God let it be this way? So Jesus in John chapter 9 answered a similar question about a blind man. Was it because of his sin or his family's sin that he was born this way? Jesus' response was that it was to reveal the glory of God. Many folk stop at the suffering. Many folk offer a hand. Some folk think about the purpose, the greater meaning. The greater meaning may be, as Jesus pointed out, to reveal God's glory, the important work of transforming the nature of reality from an existence steeped in pain and suffering into the kingdom of heaven. Ezekiel lived during the Babylonian exile. Exile means that the nation was forcefully removed from their homeland, living in a land that was not their own. Ezekiel was one of the last prophets, just before the post-exilic prophets, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. We are in exile. If we're Christians, we're just like Daniel or Ezekiel in exile. We live in a foreign culture, opposed to our Judeo-Christian beliefs. Those who do not acquiesce to that culture are derogated, assimilated, and annihilated. To live our faith in God is an adventure and a sacrifice. In Jesus' case, it was the same. In this week's gospel, Jesus told his disciples, "Unless I go, the Holy Spirit cannot come." The Old Testament reading is Ezekiel 37, and you'll remember that's the valley of dry bones. God answered Ezekiel in the valley of dry bones. Presumably, the bones were people who had died in battle. When Ezekiel obeyed God and prophesied to the bones, God sent his spirit on them and knit the bodies together with sinew, muscles, and flesh. And then he breathed his breath into their lungs. And God said to Ezekiel, "This is Israel, who I will bring out of their graves and bring them to life and set them on their own land." So our hope is that we are living in the fulfillment of Joel's prophecy. God will respond to all who seek him. And we live in the fulfilling of Ezekiel's prophecy. The dead will come to life. Father, thank you that you respond to everyone who seeks you.